Well, let's get into our major discussion for tonight as we continue with the agenda setting and expectations for President Buhari's second term in office. And we have a guest in our Abuja studio joining us to take a look at this from the side of the opposition. Mr. Galadima, the spokesperson of the PDP and Atiku Presidential Campaign Council, joins us live from Abuja. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Now, let's get into this. Your party has consistently criticized the government, which is understandable, being that you are the opposition party. But then another major issue which the party has criticized the government for is the formation of the cabinet. But then the APC responded by saying that they don't have any explanation to make to your party. How do you respond to that?
Well, let me first start by saying that it's a pleasure for me to meet a long-time colleague, friend, and comrade, Barrister Festus Okoye, for the first time meeting INEC at its highest level, and also Femi. I don't know whether he's been reappointed or he's still a spokesman of the president. I wouldn't know. So whatever we are going to discuss is a first-hand information.
Okay, can we just get into the topic, Mr. Galadima, because of our time?
Party. I understand very well, very well. On the issue of cabinet, we don't care who the president appoints as member of his cabinet. It is his prerogative. If he wants, he can appoint all his relatives. If he wants, he can appoint all people from Daura. That's not our concern. Our concern as opposition is that we can criticize on objectivity, whether those who are appointed have merited that appointment and whether they can deliver the dividends of democracy to Nigerians. Of course, we had seen his first term in office. It wouldn't be difficult because I assume that 90% of his friends in the cabinet and appointees would still surface and they would still do nothing as we know him very well. And you assume that I should know him because I am closer to him politically than any human being on earth today in this world. So I know exactly what he could do, what he's capable of doing, or what he would not be able to do.
Now, Mr. Galadima, you made a claim just now. Mr. Galadima, if I may, you made a claim saying that they did nothing, in your words. Mr. Galadima, if I may at this point, I'd like to take you up on something you said. You made a claim that they did nothing, in your words. But then you remember the president's speech on June the 12th, where he chronicled some of the achievements of his administration. Surely that is not nothing.
Well, as you know, the president is not conversant with what happens in this country. He's been cycled by people who do not tell him the truth, and he has no way of finding out actually what is on the ground. The president even travels from his villa to the airport through helicopter, and from the airport to wherever he's going through helicopter. So he's not conversant with what that is really on the ground. If he tells me that he has constructed a road, for example, from Abuja, Kaduna to Kano, I would say no, because there is no single 1 kilometer of road for the 2.5 years that Julius Berger is working on this road that is motorable. Therefore, he's only causing problems for us. Of course, maybe in some parts of the country, they had done something because those people put pressure on him and he's afraid of them. Right. We could say that. Okay. But at least where I come from and where the majority of his supporters come from, there is nothing to show for it.
All right, Mr. Galadima.
They've told us so many things. Mambila Plateau, they've dredged the River Niger. Not one bucket of sand was removed from River Niger for dredging. And he went Barrow to commission warehouses. I have those type of warehouses on my farm. He was taken by helicopter. He didn't know what happened. In Taraba, where the Mambila hydroelectric plant was supposed to be constructed, not even compensation for land was paid, let alone work. So I can go on and on and on and discountenance what the president has said. But I can understand. He wouldn't know because nobody tells him the truth around him. Right. I've not seen one that can confront him and tell him, oh, sir, Mr. President, what the report you are getting is falsehood.
Okay, Mr. Galadima, I wish we had more time to get into this conversation and raise other issues, but we have to go on a quick break right now. I'd like to appreciate you for sharing your thoughts. We've been speaking to the spokesperson of the PDP and Atiku Presidential Campaign Council, Mr. Buba Galadima. When we return on the program, we'll be getting some response to some of the claims that Mr. Galadima has made on the program. Join us again.